Hello and welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to do something that I've done before for Breath of the Wild, which is go through and look at all the funny 1-star reviews, make fun of them, talk about the game a little bit, and see what happens. But anyway, let's jump right into this. This game is against God, sending it right back where it came from. I am not following this train of logic. How is it against God when it's set in a fictitious land? So, next review here. Poorly optimized in every way. The performance of Tears of the Kingdom is worse than Breath of the Wild. Not even a little worse, drastically worse. Stuttering, tearing, blurriness, etc. That's all that needs to be said. Regardless of how good the story might eventually be, I just do not want or care to play this game. It's a genuinely bad game. Stuttering, yes. Stuttering is a bad problem, which honestly surprises me. Kind of wish that they would have taken a bit more time and tried to optimize everything a little better as opposed to just churning it out there. Like, we could have dealt with another delay if the game wasn't going to stutter every 5 steps. I would have been okay with that. Alright, next review here. Gimmicky. Anything good from Breath of the Wild is gone. The fusion gimmick. Some of the best parts of the game were removed. Stuff like swords that the enemies drop, including unique swords and spears and clubs for particular enemies, and also the elemental arrows. Instead, it's replaced with goofy and clunky fusions. The game wants you to make annoying and useless fusions out of everything. You know, I kind of started off looking for funny reviews to bash, but I kind of have to agree with this one a little bit. I can already feel the video getting disliked, but honestly, I kind of wish there were better weapons in the game rather than you had to create the good weapons, because it kind of runs into the same problem as the cooking issue from the first game. Once you learn the best combination, just make that and you have no reason to try anything else. The storyline isn't like a sequel, it's totally unrelated to the story of the first game. Many things from the first game are gone with zero explanation. For example, the Guardians, Guardian Ruins, and Divine Beasts. Any mention or knowledge of Ganon, the Calamity, or any of the story of Breath of the Wild. And not even a mention, like this is a really bad reboot of the first game with a nonsense, incoherent story. Okay, I was really looking for funny reviews to bash on, but I totally agree with this. Like, okay, I heard some people talking about the Guardians, saying that the people around Hyrule essentially killed them all and stripped all the decayed Guardians for parts after Ganon left and they all went dormant. I can kind of see that, but I mean, there was a lot of Guardians. To have absolutely no evidence of any of them is just baffling. And not only that, but the Divine Beasts, like, what did the Hylians do? They scrap it for metal? Like, they need the copper wiring out of it or something? Like, what happened to it? It would have been so cool if you could climb around the insides of the Divine Beasts after they've decayed. Like, imagine you're going through the Gerudo Desert, and you come across the torso of the Camel Divine Beast, and you just get to climb around inside all of the puzzles that you used to do in Breath of the Wild, but it's like half buried in the dirt. There's like one chest you can open that was originally in the Divine Beast. That would have been so cool to see like some hint of what you did in the first game, but instead it's just gone. And there's no explanation. I really regret playing this game. At least I can go back and play the original, which even on a 3rd or 4th playthrough has a sense of fun and amazement Tears of the Kingdom can never have. Only your 3rd or 4th playthrough for Breath of the Wild? I think I'm on my 12th. Alright, one last review here. Let's see what this one has to say. Disappointing in every aspect. I love Breath of the Wild, but this game is beyond disappointing. The story is idiotic, the world is empty, no grass, no monsters, nothing. Just some planks and rocks lying around, where it takes ages to correctly assemble something. Powers are new only in name, but in reality they work almost the same as in Breath of the Wild. You just walk from shrine to shrine, sometimes finding a Korok, sometimes a tower, nothing new. This just feels like a budget version of Breath of the Wild. Genshin Impact is a better Zelda than Zelda. I feel like Nintendo just robbed me of my 60 pounds. As far as everything being empty, because they tried to do so much visually with the game, that just highlights how empty the map is, and I think it definitely is detrimental to the game. Okay, the story is idiotic, the world is empty, no grass, no... Okay, as far as the story being idiotic, I have not played through the entirety of the game. I'm still working on it, but from what I've seen so far, the story doesn't feel connected. Like, in Breath of the Wild, it made a lot of sense because you go to Impa says, hey, these divine beasts are fighting everyone, you should go talk and deal with the divine beasts, which worked out pretty well because you find out the divine beasts are being controlled by Ganon. Whereas in this game, it's like you're told to go to the Rito area, and the Rito area is like, hey, we got some clouds in the sky. We got to be careful of that. But anyway, let's deal with this family drama going on. And it makes no sense. Like, there's nothing to draw me in because it feels so small. Like, the snowstorm in the Rito area, I mean, I guess it's kind of bad, but with the bird divine beast in Breath of the Wild, it kind of made sense that the Rito couldn't fly around, which them being birds made sense that would be hugely hampering them. Or it constantly raining in the Zora area made sense that was bad because it would flood the entire land. Then the lizard could also make Death Mountain erupt whenever, which would be terrible. And the camel could make a thunderstorm or something. I'm not really sure how that one was supposed to destroy the world, but like, it felt cataclysmic, these divine beasts walking around. But now we're just kind of left with, oh no, there's clouds in the sky. And you're like, okay, why do I care? I mean, just wait a week, the weather will change. So, I mean, so far that I've seen the story, there's really nothing to draw me in. There's no overarching thing here that this is the big point we're trying to work towards. It's, oh no, Ganon's back, and oh no, something's happening. Family drama. It's just like ADD. But anyway, those are some of the 1-star reviews on Tears of the Kingdom. Honestly, there's not a lot of funny ones. Breath of the Wild, there was some pretty good ones that you could laugh at, especially the not being able to pet dogs. That was pretty good. But Tears of the Kingdom seems to be kind of all resonating the same exact point. That's an empty map, that it costs a lot more than it probably should, that it's kind of boring and also very repetitive. Which, I mean, if we're to be honest here, you start off on the Sky Island, which is pretty much a copy of the plateau. Go to 4 shrines to get 4 powers to upgrade your character at the goddess statue. Then you get a cutscene showing Zelda in danger, and then you immediately from there jump down onto the mainland. I mean, it's kind of a 1-for-1 match. But that's about all I got for today. Hopefully I didn't kill my channel too much, but I shall see you all in the next one. Take care.